3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the HerdU podcast. I'm Tessa.
I'm Adam.
And we are happy you're here. And first off, we just want to say we hope you guys had an amazing spring break. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of sad to be back. I love spring break, but we hope you guys had some good rest and just did really whatever you wanted to do. So,
yeah.
Adam, how was your week?
It was great.
It was great.
It was great. We got back from San Antonio.
Nice.
San Antonio's like our home away from home.
I know. Okay, I have a feeling y'all are going to move there one day. Or at least have a vacation home there or something.
Hey, that's a great idea.
You should. And then you could rent it out, like Airbnb it or something like that, and then make passive income, and then y'all just use it whenever you want.
Yeah, so we just got into this deal where you start. Have you heard of Sonders? So Sonders are kind of like apartments that people kind of lease out. So you can find them like on hotels.com, whatever booking company you use. Cool. But they're like little mini apartments, and people post them or put them up. It's kind of like Airbnb, if you will. But that's where we're stayed, and we stayed at one in Philly, and they're just amazing because it's your own little deal. Yeah. And it's contactless, like, so you book this thing, and then they send you a code.
Perfect.
You go into the door, you put the code in, and then there's a code at the door, so the code's there, and then they send you all the information you need, Wi-Fi, whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little mini apartment Airbnb type of deal.
That's cool.
And so that's probably a good idea.
Listen, I'm just saying, y'all should invest in something like that. Yeah. Because, I mean, there's tons of stuff that happens in San Antonio. Oh, like, man. I think it'd be rented all the time. Yeah. But, yeah, I think that's cool. Well, good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Yeah. I love San Antonio. Yeah. I like when TCA is there just because I like going on the River Rock. I like walking and taking the tours and
it's good. I mean, there's always some stuff. Especially downtown. I mean, San Antonio is more than just downtown, but like the main focus about San Antonio is downtown. Mm-hmm. But we love it. I mean, we have our places where we go eat, just go hang out. There's a piano bar right down the way there. So enjoy some music, some good eating.
Was San Antonio the year that we went and the weather, like we almost got stuck in San Antonio? Was that it?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, because we couldn't even like walk the river walk because it was so bad.
It was rainy and cold. Like it was and a weird time. The
flights weren't going to come out or something like that. Yeah. Because I remember, so if you ever travel on a work trip, like people don't really check in on you, right? Like it's not, I mean, we're adults, we can handle our business. But I remember that, like getting text messages and they're like, we're going to have to move your flight. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Yeah. Like none of us knew. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get to go home. Yeah. So it was in San Antonio.
And then by the end of the week, you're like, I'm ready to go home, right? You're ready to you miss your wife, you miss your kids.
Yeah. You're like, I'm going to rent a car and we're just driving home, guys.
Yeah. So you were kind of like, it was kind of uneasiness, but thankfully we were able to get hhome.
Okay. So you remember how I said I'd always have a list of stuff to do? I didn't do any of it during spring break. It was fine. It's fine. So before we planned spring break, I was going to take each kid on their own trip just because sometimes I feel Kyler gets left out because we're always traveling for Tay's volleyball like we always have. And so I was like, this will be fun just to take the kids like on a separate trip. And Kyler has turned into a mini James and loves golf now. And so I was like, oh, now I have two of them that are obsessed with golf. So anyway, so I was going to take him on a trip to New Mexico to Sandia to play golf. Well, there's a new driver that came out. And so he's my like very outside of the box thinker. He's a lot like me. Like, how can I get this done? He wants the driver, but I'm like, dude, that's expensive. So we made a deal where I told him, I said, okay, I'll go halvesies with you on the driver. You pay half, I pay half. And then we'll play like in Lubbock. And he said, deal. And so that's what we did. And we had a great time. And it's funny because he is like a mini James. Yeah. And it's just like seeing him younger, because like James and I dated in high school. And Kyler is in high school. So I've seen some of that. But as he's grown, I'm like, that's what you were like when you're little. Like, that's crazy. And then Tay and I went outside of Dallas. It was called Pilot Point, and it's a tulip farm. And tulips are my favorite flowers. And so you go and you just pick tulips, and it's $2 a stem. So you can decide how many you want. And they put this like gel thing on the bottom of it, and you make a bouquet. the flowers didn't last long, but it's like a memory with her. And so we had it was a really good time.
Nice.
I just like needed it to be like another week. Yeah. So when I taught in Arizona, our like holidays were 2 weeks. So it was a modified year-round schedule. So we were on for 9 weeks and then had 2 weeks off. So we had 2 weeks off in October, December, March for spring break, and then had 6 weeks in the summer. It was a really cool schedule. Yeah. Like I really loved it because you had the 2 weeks. So
that sounds great.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get used to that. Like at spring break, Tatum would always be like, "Why are we going back?" I'm like, "Because that's how it is in Texas." So anyway, but yeah, it was a good time.
That's great.
Yeah. So anyway.
Pilot Point.
Pilot Point.
Ever been
there. Do you know where Denton, Texas is?
Yes.
It's like 20 miles north of that. So we stayed in Denton and then we drove up and then came back down because there's like nothing there. But
so you have to go.
Yeah, it's not like they had a lodge. They had like there's a lodge on a lake, but like I wasn't really feeling the lodge vibe. Yeah. And so we got a hotel and stuff. But so it was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Just something different to do, you know. Yeah. And it's crazy because she's my 20-year-old, and most of the time at college, spring break is wow, wow, wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was just watching a Friends episode at lunch the other day, and it's where Ross is dating his student. This sounds so inappropriate, but she's asking, or not asking, but like telling him that she's gonna go on spring break, and he's like, "Oh yeah." And then his friends are like, "What do you mean spring break? Like spring break, or like spring break, like ugh." And he's like, "Well, I don't know, because most college kids go crazy on spring break." So anyway, so Tay goes to a tulip farm with her mom. So anyway, I will take those moments any day.
Oh, for sure. Those are memories you like. They stay ingrained forever. Mm-hmm. So that's great.
Yeah, and then watching Kyler, he just, I don't know. He cracks me up, that kid. Yeah. He's so witty, and like just the stuff he comes up with, I'm like, dude. Like he has the best of both of us. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway. But it was really nice. And we're back now. So that's it. That was about it. Yeah. And it's downhill from here, man. Like that's it. I feel like it zooms by this next part. Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, nobody feels it more than the teachers do.
Yeah. We got the testing and all the end of year stuff. It's just, it's a lot.
Yeah. But anyway. That's crazy.
Yeah. We're ready.
100 miles an hour too. Mm-hmm. It feels like right after spring break, it's just like go, go, go. Yeah. So I think it's a great time to decompress. Like hopefully you guys were able to rest and just chill and I mean take some time and go vacation and get your mind off of whatever and just get your mind right because here we go.
Here it is. Yeah, because they moved the STAR test up this year, I think, like to April-ish, like mid-April. So after that. Okay, we used to call it the fun time to teach because you weren't cramming for the STAR test. And so I'm like, we get to do fun things now. And the kids are like, yay. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see how that goes. But anyway, we don't have a new scoop because we literally just got back. So there's not really anything new to announce. Yeah. And my Control Command S is going to be a little bit different. It's not school related. Yeah. So like we talked about, we travel a lot, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but the USPS, so United States Postal Service, actually has an app that you can download. Why do I need the app? I don't like my mail being in my mailbox when I'm not there. Not that I mean, people can come by and get it or like packages or whatever. Because Mr. Stowe has been ordering Nikes. I feel like every week now. Yeah. I'm like, babe, another box. It's craziness. Like he legit just got one in last night. And I was like, anyway, it's fine. We're fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, it's Nikes.
Yeah, we have adult money. It's fine. So anyway. So on the app, I just schedule a hold and they'll hold my mail. And then the day I get back, it delivers right in my mailbox. So it's perfect. But one of the things that I've been loving is called informed delivery. So I signed up for that. Dana was actually the one who told me about this. And every day I can see what's coming in the mail. Do you really need to know that? Probably not. But every morning at like 6:30, I get an email. I'm like, oh, that new magazine's coming in, or oh, my Amazon package is coming in. Yeah. It's just kind of cool because they scan your mail every day anyway. I didn't know if you know. I don't. Yeah, no. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I have the. I have the app. I get the email though.
Okay, yeah. So and then you can just kind of see what's coming in the mail. So if you're nerdy like me and like to know that stuff, there you go. You just download the app. It's free. Set you up an account. It registers with your email address, and then you can hold your mail. You can schedule your mail, all that good kind of stuff. So
I may need the app. So, but I didn't know about the informed delivery because I get an email every day, which is good information. Sometimes it's pretty accurate, but sometimes you get the deal and it doesn't come in.
Yes.
But the next day it'll be there. So
right.
at least you know that it's within the day or the
right.
second day. But for the most part, every time I get it, it's
right.
what's in the mail. And
we don't get mail very often. Like all of our bills are all like via email or something like that. So it's not very often that we get mail.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see some of that stuff. Like if you're expecting something, like, oh, hey, here it is today.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's
cool. But yeah, you should check it out and see what it's like. Okay, I really have nothing else. I mean, it's day 3 of us coming back, so
yeah,
there's not really else. All right, cool. So, I like to end it this way. What are you loving?
I'm loving video production. So the reason we went to San Antonio is we went to a wedding and got to film and do the fun stuff. So I'm really I've always been into that kind of stuff. But this is kind of the editing part, the putting music behind it, the slow-mos and all that other stuff. I've been really enjoying it. And then us learning how to do the podcast.
Yeah, you've blown my mind because camera 1's kind of struggling. And so we're joking about how we need that on our CNA.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I don't know how you figure that stuff out. I looked at it and I was like, nope, I'm passing the SD card on.
Yeah. So you run into, I was telling Tessa right before we started this, is that I've messed up a lot. So is the reason why I know how to troubleshoot different things and learn how to.
And maybe I'm afraid to mess up. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah.
Because I want everything to be not necessarily I have to do it perfect on the first time, but I want to make them proud. And they're proud anyway. They don't see the behind the scenes of how it took 6 days to edit it. But I'm just okay, look, I don't know.
Well, you guys might have seen it on, I don't remember what episode it was. Was it 18 maybe?
I think it was 19 where it was real blurry.
The camera was blurry and we looked at it and we were like, oh, man.
We're just going to roll with it.
So then the following episode, we record on a backup. And I want to tell them the story.
Yeah, you got to tell. We believe in honesty.
We record the backup, and the camera was recorded better, but it was too dark. Mm-hmm. So I recorded as a backup on my phone, and I said, "Well, I'm going to record it 4K, and I'm going to do. It's going to be great." When I set it on the stand, I swiped over, I guess, and I did slow mo on the camera.
Yep.
So here we are. It starts off fine. And then it just goes into and Tessa's hands.
My hands are it was so funny.
So then we had to speed that video up. I mean, it was just a mess.
But isn't it crazy how with the programs that we use, you're able to do that?
Yeah.
Because we would have had to reshoot everything.
Yep.
From all cameras, all angles, because nothing would have matched.
Yeah, it's just amazing what you can do with technology, especially video editing. They used to record on a tape and you can't mess with it.
No.
If you mess with it, it erases it and it's done.
Yeah.
Now you can import it into a software where you can edit it, take the audio, merge audio with a different one that's recorded. I mean,
it's insane.
It's amazing. But so going back to it, I've messed up a lot of times and that's how I know how to fix certain things. And it's just a learning experience. So now if I record some slow-mo, I can speed it back up to regular speed.
That is so funny. That really was comical.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, at the time, we were kind of oh, my gosh. Because the first time we had the blur, and now we had this. So, fingers crossed this one turns out.
Yeah. And
so, anyway.
Thank you guys for giving us grace.
Yeah, because so one of them, we didn't release one week, I think, because of the editing issues. Yeah. And someone's like, I'm just waiting on it. I'm like, so am I. I'll let you know.
You'll see it when we see it.
Yeah, so are we, because it's kind of messed up right now.
Yeah, so thank y'all for being
it's craziness.
Great and graceful.
That's all right, so here's what I'm loving. I love wearing jeans to work every day. Well, we're not doing it every day, but and it's going to be very controversial what I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay, I've spent the majority of my time in a classroom. Yeah. And Hereford ISD has always been very professional dressed, right? And we very occasionally would get jeans. My time in Arizona, they were pretty more relaxed, but I taught kindergarten. So I'm not wearing a dress because Okay, so I'll just tell you the story. I was wearing a dress one time during Read Aloud, and I'm reading to all my babies. They're lifting up my skirt, and I'm like swatting them off, like, you know what I mean? I was like, so after that, I didn't wear dresses to teach kindergarten, so it was always pants. But I love wearing the jeans. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. And then I've been seeing a lot on social media the questions about, does it really matter in a classroom? And people are going to fight you on this all the time. It doesn't. I mean, my opinion, I feel like it doesn't, because the first thing I do in the classroom is make connections. And when I have kids connected, they're going to learn. They don't care what I'm wearing. No. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we will adhere to the dress code, but I am grateful for the random jean days ever so often. Yeah. So anyway.
I like them. I don't mind them at all.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
Now, I'm not saying we need to be wearing like tights and sweats. I have seen campuses do that where that instead of jean days, that's what they do. Yeah. Like dress like the PE coach, right? So I'm like, I'm not saying doing that, but I still feel like you can make jeans professional and I don't know.
I mean, I used to work at a place where they used to call it business casual, and that included jeans. Right. But you still had to either tuck in or wear a shirt that was, you can't just, anyways, it's called business casual.
Right. Well, and not like having the holes everywhere. I get that. But James's work is very, very, because he's the city of Amarillo, one of the top guys up there. They have to dress nice all the time. And he came back one day from the back doctor, and he had shorts on, and everybody's like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, I just got back into town. I'm going to change. They're all freaking out. But anyway, it was really funny. So anyway, but that's what I'm loving. I'll love jean day, especially if I don't have to pay for it. Yeah. Like I'm sorry. I'm just rolling with it. That's ridiculous to make teachers pay for jean days. Yeah. Like, why? Yeah. We're already broke. And then we got to pay $20 to wear jeans.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never had to pay for it, and I don't think I will. No. Or want to. No. So, I 100% agree. Like, I love jeans.
Okay. So the story just popped in my head, and you're going to be like, you're crazy. So one time at Terra Blanca, have you ever seen the Hungry Hungry Hippo game with the teachers?
No.
Okay. So you know the little boards with the wheels that used to play with at PE. Okay. So we had those, and we had a laundry basket, and there's tons of like balls everywhere. And so we played, it was like, I don't know, a professional development day. And this was like our intro. So we played Hungry Hungry Hippo, and I'm competitive, shocker. Right. And my team, I was like, we are going to win. And whoever had the most balls won a free jeans pass. I went ham, man. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm going to be on here. And I was getting all the balls and everything. And we won. Yeah. And we got jeans pass. And I've legit seen teachers fight over a jean pass. Yeah. We had a piñata. Jeans pass was in them. Straight up fighting each other over them. I'm like, over jeans. This is what I'm saying. They want to wear them.
Jeans is a big deal.
I'm not the big boss and cannot make those decisions. Yeah. But anyway.
I think it gives you some sort of comfort, maybe, like, if you feel comfortable, you feel comfortable. Like, does that make sense? So I'm for it. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. I love it. I'll take jean day every Friday. Yeah. I love it. So anyway, that's what I'm loving.
That's good.
All right. We got another great week. I'll be passing out March's PD Outside the Box in the next couple of weeks. So I'll get to see you guys on campuses, which I love. And that's about all I got going on. So that's it. Good times. Yeah. Get to the end of the year.
Hope you guys got to rest again. Yeah. But here we go. Let's buckle in.
Buckle in, guys. It's fixing to get wild. All right. Well, as always, thank you guys so much for joining us. And we hope you all have a fabulous week. Bye, guys.
Bye.